Alright, so the third story from Japan comes whenever we actually had a chance to get off base, explore a little bit. We had a couple options of places that we'd go, and it was just awesome. It was great, and there was some castle. I can't remember the name of it now, but it was some castle that you could go to. You get this buffet, and and you explore the castle. That's basically it. So that was option number one. It didn't sound all that appealing to me. Option number two was going to Matsushima Bay. Well, I heard Bay, and I knew ocean, so I've never been to the Pacific Ocean, and I wanted a chance to see it. I wanted to go to it. I wanted to be able to touch it. And so I chose Matsushima Bay. And that place was phenomenal. It was gorgeous. You see all these little islands whenever you go to the coast. And come to find out, you could actually boat out to them. If I had enough time, if we had a couple days to explore, I would have done that. Well, I was hanging out with some of my best friends in my unit that I had at the time. And we had this great idea. Hey, we're in Japan. What do you do when you're in Japan? You eat some fucking sushi. So we found a restaurant that was serving sushi. And I'm eating, I ordered this big plate of sushi. It was $17.99. Our money, it was like 1780 something yen, 1780 something yen. I can't remember the exact amount, but so it's like yeah, all right, I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get that. That seems like a decent price. I probably won't get a lot. Well, I messed up because in America, buying sushi for $10, you don't get a lot. All right, you can go to Kroger, somewhere it's not even good at making sushi. Just they make sushi, that's it. So you go to like Kroger, you pick up some sushi for $10, you might get like 8 pieces, maybe. So you're paying a little bit more than $1 per piece. Well, I had that idea going to Japan, not thinking, oh hey, this is a country that is sushi is one of the things that it's known for, so they probably have a better price to food ratio. No, that didn't go on inside my head. That I missed that. So it's like, yeah, I'm just going to smash this little plate of sushi. It's going to be all right. Well, they bring me out a plate about this big around, full of sushi. Along with that, I got some miso soup, and you get this green tea stuff, which I've never had before. It was pretty cool. It was mostly flavorless. There's a little bit of flavor there, and it was all right, honestly. I'm not a tea guy, but it was a hot tea. And so whenever we get into this restaurant, and Matsushima Bay is a pretty traditional area. There's most of Japan that we were in, they have English subtitles for everything. Literally, damn near everything had English subtitles. The road signs, whenever you go into a store, damn near everything had English subtitles. Everybody has this idea that these other countries don't necessarily do a lot of English. Well, Japan, they do. A lot of their population speaks English. Not all, not most, but a lot. So we go in, and we're getting ready to be seated, and we get seated at this table, and everything is sunken into the floor. So it's not that there is no chairs. It's not that there is no actual table. It's just all in the floor. Like, you put your feet underneath of the floor. It is really hard to explain. I wish that I could put a picture in this, but I don't even know if I have a picture of it anymore. I've had like 2 phones since then. And I'm sure the picture got lost somewhere. If I can find it, I will attach it. If not, whatever. So we sit down, we get our food, and I'm looking at all the food on my plate, and I'm like, damn, that's a lot of sushi. It was like, I had some that was tuna, some that had caviar, or some fish egg. I don't even fucking know. I'm assuming it was caviar. It was like a pinkish orange, decent sized egg. Anyway, so there's like 5 or 6 different types of sushi on my plate. Well, me being me, I thought if it's on my plate, I'm supposed to eat it. I see this green stuff over here. I see this white stuff right here. Don't think anything of it. I think that I'm still supposed to eat it, alright? So we got these 2 translators with us. One of the names is, I will add the name to this just because, I mean, I don't even know his first name. It'd be almost impossible to find him anywhere. Wakamatsu. The other one, which is a female, her name is Takahashi. So which Takahashi is actually, she ended up being a really good friend. She has served with the Japanese ground forces or defense forces. I can't remember how they word it there because they can't have an army, blah, blah, blah. That's a long story. Well, they can't have an offensive military. So, anyways, she has been in there, I think she said 30 or 40 years. She is like 60 years old. You would never guess it. It is true what they say about the Japanese and Asians. It really is hard to tell their age. It really is. Wakamatsu looked like he was like, shit, I don't know, 17, 18. In reality, he was like close to 30. So, it is true what they say about that with Asians. I don't want to make that a race game, but that is, I'll give them credit on that. You can't tell their age. They look a hell of a lot younger than what they are. Takahashi looked like she might have been in her late 30s, early 40s. So, anyways, I got to know Takahashi really well. She was a great person, really easy to talk to. She knows like 13 different languages. That's what she has done with all of her life, is study different languages. Wakamatsu is, he understands more English than what he can speak. So, we're eating with them. Wakamatsu is at this end of the table. Takahashi's right here. I'm right here. We've got some buddies spread out throughout the rest of the table, both Japanese and American. And, which she actually just tagged along with us, and Wakamatsu was with her, so they both just tagged along with me and one of my buddies. Once again, I'm going to try not to give names. So, whenever she asked where we're going, we told her that we're going to try to find some authentic sushi. So then she found a restaurant for us, and we went in, and she made things super easy because, as I said earlier, Matsushima Bay is a very traditional area, so a lot of them do not speak English there, and she was a godsend. She helped us so much with everything, and so yeah, we get our food, and I know that I'm kind of chasing circles here, so I'm sorry. There's just random stuff that pops in my head that I need to say. So I'm looking my food over, and I'm eating it, and I realize as I get to certain parts, Wakamatsu just keeps staring at me. It's like, okay, well, this is weird. My buddy's sitting right next to me. He's like, aren't you going to ask what any of this stuff is? Like, do you even know what you're eating? It's like, no, not really. If it's on my plate, I thought that I'm expected to eat it. So I pick up this green stuff and a piece of this white stuff. And I'm like, all right. And I'm still looking at him. And now we're just eyeballing each other. And he just keeps grinning more and more. It's like, this dude is really weird. And I pop it in my mouth. And I'm starting to chew. And I'm chewing and I'm chewing. And I feel this overwhelming burn. And not because it was just necessarily hot, but because it caught me off guard. I didn't know what the hell I was eating. Once again, on my plate, I'm going to eat it. So my face starts getting really red. My eyes are watering. I look over at Wakamatsu. And this motherfucker is cracking up laughing. I thought he was going to pass out. Face got super red and everything. And then I figured out why. What I had just eaten was some horseradish mixed with wasabi. Yeah, I didn't know what any of that was. So I just went ahead and ate it. It was that simple for me. So my buddy's like, you gonna spit that out? Well, at this point, I'm already getting laughed at over here by Wakamatsu. And I've already got this stuff pretty well chewed up. So he asked me if I'm gonna spit it out. Watery eyes. Snot starting to run down my nose. Looking pissed off at this point. Face red as hell. I just shake my head. Nope. I'd already committed at that point. I'll look even dumber if I spit it back out. So I just swallowed it. Bit my pride on that one. Well then, I'm getting full on my sushi. Because once again, they give you plenty whenever you order sushi there. They give you plenty. So I start trying to give my buddy some. And, well, I took my chopsticks. I was going to give it to him in his chopsticks. I went wrong there. Takahashi damn near smacked my chopsticks out of my hands. She's like, you don't do that. You don't do that. That's disrespectful. And then she had to explain to us the reason why it was disrespectful. You don't take somebody's food from their own eating utensils, and you don't take it from their plate. The only acceptable way to give your food to another is to take your food, put it on their plate. That makes it their food, and then they can eat it. That was interesting. But the miso soup, it was delicious. That experience, Matsushima Bay as a whole, I will definitely rate 11 out of 10. It was phenomenal. I mean, everything there was just crazy. The people were extremely respectful. Japan is an extremely clean country. You don't find graffiti everywhere. You don't find trash in the rivers. It's a gorgeous place. Love Japan. So that makes part 3 of 4 on story time about Japan. All right.